Hey girls and gals, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today's video is going to be a very long overdue book haul. All of the books in this video are going to be books that I've acquired from the month of January to the month of June. I kept forgetting about filming a haul and putting it off, and then also I don't feel like I have too unmanageable a stack here, which is nice. I'm really trying to cut down on purchasing books this year. We'll see how that goes. So I used to do them on more of like a bi-monthly basis. I'm hoping for the rest of 2021 that this kind of every 6 months thing keeps happening, because that is so much better for my wallet. And I'm also just trying to cut down on the amount of books that I buy. I'd like to kind of move towards maybe primarily buying books that I've already read and love. We'll see. But let's just go ahead and get into the book haul. First of all, I am going to be talking about the books that I purchased through Libro FM. I do have a subscription with them. You get 1 audiobook credit a month. I don't do Audible anymore. I only do Libro FM. So you support independent bookstores. You actually get to keep and have ownership of the audiobooks that you purchase. So I did purchase a number of these in the last couple of months. So I'll just go ahead and pop these up on the screen. Again, they're not physical books, but I did purchase them. Audiobooks are reading, so I might as well include my purchased audiobooks in a haul. So first up, we have Down Comes the Night by Alison Saft. I've already read this and really enjoyed it. It is a gothic fantasy romance, enemies to lovers with a bisexual main protagonist. Very good. A Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. I have not read this one yet, but it is also enemies to lovers, and it is about rival witches, and it is very sapphic, so I am looking forward to reading this one later on this year. I also purchased We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Berry. This one is, I believe, kind of a dark academia sort of witchy book about a field hockey team. Books and Lala loves this one, and I've heard it has bunny vibes, which I've loved, so I decided to give it a try. Haven't read it yet, but I am excited to listen to it. And the final audiobook is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, one of my favorite books of this year. It is a reimagining of Dracula's Brides, and it is sapphic. There's a polyamorous relationship in here. It is wonderful. If you like vampire fiction, highly recommend you checking it out. Now for physical books, first up I'm going to do Book of the Month because it is the largest stack. Another goal for me, I'm trying to get better about actually reading my Book of the Month picks in the month that they come out, unless I have like a different like vlog planned for them. So this is that Book of the Month stack. I forget exactly which month in which I got all of these, and also there's one that I've already read, did not like, and got rid of, so I don't have that in this stack. I got the first one as an add-on, I know that. I think I got it in January or February. Things in Jars by Jess Kidd. This is a Victorian sort of fantasy reimagining, alternate timeline, I believe, and it has to do with mermaids. I'm excited to read this one. I haven't picked it up yet, but I am very intrigued by it. This is one of their older picks. I haven't heard a lot about it, but I have heard good things about this one. This next one also might be a January or February pick. That's going to be The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. This I haven't read yet. I actually wanted to see if I could get an audiobook through my library and read it that way, because it does have a lot to do with music. It's compared heavily to Daisy Jones and the Six, and I know that's one where a lot of people were like, definitely read the audiobook instead of the physical. I read the physical of that one, and I think I can just go ahead and read the physical of this one, but since it does have a music component, just in case there's a musical component to the audiobook, I want to read them in tandem, but I am very excited to read this one. Next up we have May. I think I skipped April this year because I was in the process of a move, didn't want to send it to the wrong place, but I did get Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, and then Imposter Syndrome by Kathy Wang, and I have read both of these, and I did enjoy both of them. I enjoyed Imposter Syndrome more than I enjoyed Ariadne. I thought this was a very good kind of slower paced political thriller that is more like character driven than plot driven, and of course this is a Greek myth reimagining. And then we have the June books, which just came actually yesterday when I'm filming this video. I don't know when this video is coming out, but I just received these yesterday when I'm filming. The first one is going to be The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I'm actually saving this one for closer to the fall. It is a dark academia thriller. Very excited to pick this one up. I love dark academia books. And then the next book is one that I plan on reading in the month of June. That is going to be One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is a sapphic romance. I don't don't normally enjoy or am particularly drawn to contemporary romances, but this has some sort of like a speculative sort of time loop sort of plot to it. So I am intrigued by that. I'm looking forward to reading it. Everything that I've heard about this book so far says it's wonderful, so I'm excited to try this author's work out. Moving on, next category, we have books that I purchased myself that were not part of Book of the Month, and I only have two, which is exciting. So the first one is A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. I absolutely love this one. This is a urban fantasy, takes place in Toronto. All four of our main characters are queer, and we're following, it's kind of like a murder mystery plot line. Someone is killing magical youth inside the city, and our four main characters have to band up and try and figure out who done it before it's too late. So this is a very promising start to a new urban fantasy series. I'm very excited to read whatever the author writes next. It is one of my favorite covers that I've purchased this year as well. The next book that I purchased new is going to be Mirka Andolfo's Mercy. This is the first book in a new graphic novel series. I believe it is Victorian era. I don't know if it deals with vampires specifically, but it is Victorian Gothic horror in graphic novel form. I have read things by this author before, and I believe she actually illustrates as well as writes these graphic novels. So I really enjoyed what I've read of her in the past, and I'm really excited to dive into this one. The cover, just really exciting. I love Dowry of Blood, which I feel like is very similar in terms of vibe and tone. So the artwork in this one, I am very excited to get into. Love Gothic horror, love Gothic fantasy, and the artwork in this one is really cool and really giving me Victorian Gothic horror vibes as well. Next up, we have books that I have thrifted, and the first one was a little bit of a bust, but I did get reimbursed and got it for free. I got it on Thrift Books. That's going to be The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This one just did not come in the condition that it was supposed to. It came without a dust jacket. It said it had one, so I got this for free, which is exciting. I still plan on reading it. This is, I believe, a dark academia book, not necessarily taking place at a school setting, but it is very much like a historical fiction where we're kind of following, where it's more of a kind of quest, maybe think National Treasure, but like set in the past, or even like Da Vinci Code sort of vibes. But I feel like this is following a historian that is tracking Dracula, I believe. Haven't read this yet. Again, I am saving this for further on in the year, around September or October, for a specific video. But I am very, very excited to read this one. Vampires and like historical sort of academia books, definitely my sweet spot. Next up for thrifted books, we have Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. Got this for $4. You cannot beat that. Yes, it comes with the library binding, but again, $4. I've wanted to read this since I read Piranesi last year, and this, if I bought it new, would be about 30 something dollars, probably more like 35 with shipping. I'll definitely take $4 for this one. It's massive. Again, I don't know when I'll read this one, but I have heard amazing things about it, and I already liked Piranesi by the same author. Again, I have heard that they are very different in terms of tone, but they are the same author, so I feel like I'll like this. This is about, I believe it's also Victorian era, but it's about warring magicians, I believe. And then last, but most certainly not least, we have The Stepford Wives by Ira Levin. Look at this absolutely gorgeous vintage cover. I'm obsessed. Rosemary's Baby is one of my favorite horror novels, so when I saw this again on Thrift Books, I jumped at the chance to purchase this because I absolutely love this old-timey cover. Obviously, The Stepford Wives, I feel like that's something that's kind of in like the lexicon that everyone kind of knows about. It's another social commentary horror. I'm hoping that I really love this, just like I loved Rosemary's Baby. I am saving this for October because it is like a very iconic sort of, I don't know if it's true horror, but I'm not going to lie. I've been staring at this cover. I'm very tempted to read it sooner rather than later. I think this is one of my favorite finds of this whole entire haul, just because it is just the coolest vintage book that I have seen in quite some time, and I'm really digging the cover. It's very eerie in a very sort of retro sort of way. And there you have it. That is going to be it for this book haul. Hopefully I won't have another one until later on this year, maybe towards the end of the year. fingers crossed for that. But let me know down below if you've read any of the books that I haven't read yet. Let me know which ones to prioritize. I think I have a really good stack of books here, and I'm excited to read the ones that I haven't already read. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content from me. Stay safe, stay spooky, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!